the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Shalom, Yashala, peace, Israel, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. It's the brother Abal Gabar coming at you with a quick lesson. Coming from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who do indeed teach and rule well. All hell will break loose soon here in America. Mystery Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All hell will break loose soon here in America. All right, and this is Bible prophecy we see unfolding before our very eyes. There's going to be a lot of death, destruction, famine, persecution, division, anarchy. All right, I got some pictures like this that you see in the background. I got a few that we're going to go through. But you see everything that's taking place on earth today, man. You know, from the crash of the US dollar, you know, this war that's going on, Russia and Ukraine, you got America getting involved. You know, talks of World War III, which we understand that's biblical prophecy as well. All right, it's also prophecy that America will get hit with thermonuclear missiles in the near future, man. All right. But the Lord, you know, the first scripture I opened up with is Matthew 10 and 34, which you see in the picture. And the picture says, all hell will break loose in America. And the scripture says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. Okay, and this is Yahweh Shai, the Messiah himself. He's saying, look, I'm not coming to send peace on this earth. All right, contrary to popular belief, people believe that, you know, it's just going to be, you know, when the Lord comes, it's going to be a good, great day. No, the Lord's coming back to send death and destruction, plagues, pestilence. That's why he said, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. All right. And that ultimate sword is going to be them nuclear missiles, man. All right. The Lord said he come to send fire on this earth as well, man. Hey, shalom to the brother Kasagadal. He just dropped the scripture too. Luke 12 and 49, it says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? Yeah, you see this picture in the background. Imagine America just looking like this before the Lord returned. You know, the Lord said, look, I'm coming to send fire on earth, but what am I going to, like, what am I going to be if the earth already on fire? You know, and he coming to put this place on fire for real. All right. Malachi 4, you know, the day comes that shall burn as an oven, you know, but before that, we're going to have great death, destruction, famine, pestilence, diseases. All right. Let's go to Matthew 24 real quick. Matthew 24 and verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation. Okay, a world war is coming, man. Like I said, we see the crash of the dollar every day. The dollar is losing its value. We're moving towards what? The central bank digital currencies, you know, the CBDC, and ultimately going to be what? That charagma, okay? The digital tag that they want to implant under the flesh, mandatory. No buying or selling without the MOTB, the charagma. And in the midst of all this, what are we going to have? We're going to have nation rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So you're going to have a famine, a lack of food and water. All right. You're going to have a pestilence, you know, diseases. They're already telling you that there's going to be a new wave of the C19. You know, there's going to be a new pestilence, new pathogen, another scamdemic. And earthquakes, you had thousands of earthquakes that take place this year alone. All right, it says all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, so these are the beginning of sorrows that we're living in right here, man. All right, let me go ahead and grab one more of these pictures real quick. let's go to the next one. Here we go. It says a famine is coming. All right, a famine is coming. Food shortages. We have mass food distribution sites just catching on fire. You got a lot of businesses shutting down. So one day you'll wake up and there's going to be no more food, man. No more water. And even if they did have food and water, they're going to say, look, you got to have this charagma, all right? You got to have this digital currency under your flesh. Food shortages is coming, man. Let's grab that, the scripture that's on the picture. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 19. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So, you know, we're reading biblical prophecy. What's going to happen is there's going to be military shutdowns. You're going to have martial law. All right. It said a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They're going to have military checkpoints. All right. They show you that in that movie Songbird. You know, you're not going to be able to just freely travel. Hey, they showed you a little bit of that during the C-19. Okay. They put restrictions out. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right, so people's house is going to be destroyed. People are going to be breaking into other people's houses, stealing their food, water, women, children. All right. It said men shall be afraid, man. Jeremiah 30, Jacob's trouble, you know, Jeremiah saw grown men screaming like women giving birth. So how much more the women in this time, man? All right. There's going to be blood in the streets, man. You know, it's going to be a very, very sick and demonic time, man. Scriptures say an evil and only evil, behold, is come. Very evil times are ahead, man. Right? And in the midst of that, you're going to have a famine, a lack of food and water. All right? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. All right? The modern day sword is the gun. And all these Americans got guns, man. All right? Especially these damn Edomites, man. And they practicing how to shoot. All right? These Edomite toddlers, man. Edomites that don't even know how to form a full sentence yet. Out at the gun range, hitting every target. So when it comes down to it, man, these devils ain't gonna show no mercy, man. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So, you know, when people are hungry, when your Edomite next door neighbor is starving, like Alex Jones says, I'll eat my neighbor. You know, there's going to be cannibalism. It come down to it. They're going to break into your house. If you got food and water, they're going to take your food and water. All right. Hey, the military might come through and lodge in your house. They got executive orders where they can sign with a swipe of the finger. That pretty much allows the military to lodge in your house, all right? Take your goods. So we coming into some very, very detrimental times, man. Shalom to the brothers and sisters tuning in. Kasai Gadol, 2 Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. This is where we're at. And it's only going to increase. The sorrow, the mourning, the pestilence, the death, the confusion is going to increase. It says the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And what are we going to do? We're going to trust in Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. And that's why right now we got to be on fire for this word, for the truth, for Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, so he can have mercy upon us in these evil days, man. It's the beginning of evils, the beginning of sorrows, man. The beginning of death and destruction. Right, let me get another one. Here we go. Plague of pestilence. 2 Ezra 15:49, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. This is what's coming to America, man. Plagues, death, destruction. They're already telling you they got a new wave of C-19. They got a new scamdemic they worried about. So they warning you people, man, what's about to take place on this earth. They're letting you know that there's going to be another scamdemic. They're letting you know that the dollar's crashing. Banks are failing. So that's how close we are to the end of this thing, man. America's done. All hell about to break loose here in America. It's going to be a time of anarchy, a time of division, and a time of great death and destruction, a time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, that's another thing. They're going to be hunting Jake, man. Jake will be hunted. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you about to be hunted, man. You about to be made the enemy. And they gonna come down with that great wrath, all right? Pursuant to Revelation 12, man. Because they know that they got a short time, man. They know their time is running out. All right, their cash cow known as America is done. It's finished. This is 2 Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means great death and destruction to this world. And it's going to be all over the world. You already see the confusion all over the world. You see the different protests and riots all over the world. But it's going to be the worst here in America, man. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right, so it's near. Every day that goes on, we're closer and closer to this day where shit hits the fan. Where the American media can no longer lie to your face, man. Where it's going to be right in front of the Bible prophecies, what the prophets have been saying from the elders and apostles, is going to be right in your face. Nobody's going to be able to deny it. And then you got Ezekiel 33:33. Then shall it be known that a prophet have been among them, man. Everybody's going to know. Because the message went out. The message went out by way of the messengers who are the prophets, the men of the Lord. So you can't say you didn't know. It says it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? They're going to have weapons, trying to kill each other. One people standing up against another people. You know, you're going to have Democrats, Republicans. You're going to have gang wars. You know, race wars. You know, you're going to have the Proud Boys out here. You know, you're going to have, you know, all these different groups. One people standing up against another people. Is going to be, you know, people killing each other. So we want to be delivered from this time. We want Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai to have mercy upon us, man. You're going to have the pestilence, all right? The scriptures talk about the ones that take the mark of the beast are going to break out with grievous sores all over their body. So it's going to get very, very ugly out here, man. New diseases, you know. Brother said Hunger Games, and that's true, man. Hunger Games, man. Here we go. Anarchy and sedition. 2 Ezra 15:16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, which means, you know, an uprising of a government. You know, they ain't going to regard the police. You know, it's going to be the citizens versus the police. You're going to have the military, martial law, citizens versus the military. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Invading. So you're going to be house invasions. You know, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning they're not going to regard, you know, getting sent to the judge or worried about the cops. You know, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, because these people are just going to do whatever they want to do. All right, it's going to be all hell on this earth, man. Hunger Games, like the brother said. All right, a purge, you know, purge election year. And they're talking about 2024, you know, pretty much get ready for a purge, man. For this election, it's going to be all hell breaking loose, man. And this is prophecy. This is how we know that we're at the end, man. You know, the Lord warned us of all these things, and this is about to take place, man. Let's grab another one. Let's see. Here we go. Revelation 2:10. We will be locked up for teaching the Bible. That's a whole nother thing. Scriptures talk about, you know, Yahweh Shai said they shall lay hands on you, man. Certainly, and take certain of you away. They got FEMA camps all over America with guillotines, you know, smart guillotines ready to chop off heads, man. For anybody that don't want to get in line with the New World Order, because that's what it's all about. Esau wants to establish his one world government, his one world religion, one world currency. The devil, Esau, wants to establish a new world order, man. And he's willing to do anything it takes to establish it, including starving the people out, killing people, pillaging, raping, whatever he got to do to establish his one world order. Which we understand that the Lord is not going to allow it to come to pass, man. All right, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai said he's going to, you know, pretty much put an end to their enterprise, man. As the scriptures say, when he goes to fill his belly, that's when the Lord is going to cast his fury upon him, man. So this devil, he's only going to get so far with his new world order, man. And that's how we know we at the end of this thing. We don't got much longer here. We don't have to deal with all of this shit much longer. We just got to fight. Revelation 2:10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So a time of suffering, tribulation is coming. Behold, the devil, Esau, Edom, the white man, shall cast some of you into prison. So some brothers will be cast into these FEMA camps. Not all brothers, but some brothers will. Some of you will be cast into prison that you may be tried. It's going to be a trial of your faith. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right, so tribulation for 10 days represents, you know, just a period of time. All right, it's going to be hard times. It's not going to be easy. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, whoever the elect is, the Lord's going to be with you the whole way. You know, if you're of the elect, the Lord's going to be with you, man. And the Lord said, look, be faithful unto death, man. See, this is life and death, man. And it's coming to our front door soon, man. So we got to remain firm in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. See, Shalom, brothers. Shalom, brothers and sisters tuning in. The brother dropped, Nikewan 5 dropped Psalms 21:11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they will not be able to perform. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, so these devils, you know, they're trying to come out with their wicked device, mischievous device, ultimately that charagma, you know, but they ain't going to be able to perform it. They're not going to be able to achieve their enterprise, these wicked elite of Esau, Edom, you know, the bankers, the one who owns all the banks. You know, they have a agenda to establish a one world order, a new world order, but they're not going to be able to perform it. The Lord is going to put it to an end. All right, we see everything that's taking place, man. So all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so with that, I'm going to cut this one short. Lord willing, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. All hell about to break loose on this earth, man. Give praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and continue to fight the good fight of faith. Till next time, I say shalom.